What's going on, guys? Man, dealing with a little traffic this morning. Got about a half-hour delay. So yeah, gonna fish the Delta today. Probably, this is the plan. Probably gonna throw a frog for most of the day. Before we get there, I just want to say thank you to everyone bought a gyobait shirt. This is the Bass on Bluegill. Right around this time this video is launching, my second print will be coming out, which is going to be, call it America on Bluegill, just because it's got the red, white, and blue paint on the bass. So I thought that would be something cool for the summer, 4th of July, whatnot. So thank you guys for checking out the site. And actually it was pretty overwhelming. Within the first like 72 hours, most of my inventory was gone. So I'm definitely going to be needing to get some more shirts for everyone. You know, this is one of the one thing I liked about this particular design was, you know, we could mix and match. We could do not bass, but we could do like other species of bass, smallmouth. We could do redfish, and then of course the bait we could mix up too, from bluegill to crawfish to even like a rage menace. I'm eventually going to post a poll on my community tab asking for a vote for the next design. It'll be a combination of maybe a smallmouth or maybe a redfish on a certain bait. So I do want your input for one of the future designs. But yeah, I've got another hour plus until we get to the spot. Hopefully we can catch some big ones today. We have made it out on the water after that brutal drive. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It's like an hour and a half, 30-minute delay. Whatever, what are you gonna do? It's Bay Area. But today's video, I really want to focus on one technique today, and that's frog fishing, but specifically skipping frogs, you know, fishing frogs in some of the spots where people wouldn't normally cast a frog. So pretty much I'm gonna commit to frog fishing today for about 4 or 5 hours, and then at the end of the video I'll kind of go over my setup, my gear that allows me to, you know, fish frogs the way I will today, and hopefully catch some fish. So let's put some time on the water and see if we can catch a few. Got the white Booyah Pad Crasher on just because we're fishing shade and dirty water. That I think the white actually works a little bit better in these kind of conditions. We're gonna skip this thing under the cover, put it in places that the fish have not seen a bait. Choke the frog. Good one. Oh, they're smoking the frog today. Man, another solid one. I think that also tells me I need to slow down a little bit too. That was almost, I mean, I let that frog sit there for a little bit and just very slowly twitched it. Cadence of, you know, fishing your frog definitely matters, and you have to kind of let the bite dictate how you fish it, but that particular bite told me I probably should slow down a little bit. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't matter with frog fishing, especially if it's like over mats or vegetation. You know, you get that reaction strike. But this is, you know, even though there's so much cover, it's almost kind of like open water fishing, you know? So I gotta imagine that in these shade pockets next to the bank, a lot of the time, you know, the fish will see the frog land and may even nose up to it, and I guarantee that's what that last fish did. You know, he saw that frog land, he nosed up to it, and that's when you have to slow down and work it slow and just twitch and kind of like tantalize that fish. And that's what sometimes will get you a bite. If I worked the frog through there fast, guarantee I wouldn't catch that fish. It's the money spot right here. Right there. Should get one right there. There should be one right there. was sitting right where he was supposed to. Again, that fish was working this frog real slow. Definitely dials me in a little bit more as to how they want to bait, which is a good thing. So much fun. I cannot remember the last time I got a good frog bite. The same exact thing as the last one. Almost hooked in the same spot. Working that frog super slow. It's like almost finesse frog fishing. Every fish is solid. Oh my God, there's two right there. That was insane. One was a giant. I hope you guys can see that. Giant. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's... Oh, there we go. Got him back. What time you get back and got it? You get it? Yeah. All right. I say 14. 18. 18. Wow. Well, bigger over there than over here. Yeah. Guys, hope the wind is not too bad, but man, what a great day of fishing today. Absolutely smashed him. Couldn't have called it any better. Crushed him on the frog today. No need to throw any other baits. So today, what I was focusing on was, I want to almost call it finesse fishing with a frog, because I was really, skipping this frog into some heavy cover, into little shade pockets that, you don't normally see people fishing, or at least it's harder to fish. So first of all, let's go over my setup. And I've used this setup for a couple years now, and it is my absolute favorite frog rod. This is a Denali lithium frog rod. Now this is a 610 frog rod, and it's not your big, long, beefy frog rod. It's a shorter frog rod, and that definitely helps when you want to make pinpoint casts, and especially when you're skipping this frog back there. So the shorter rod length definitely helps when finesse fishing a frog. Now if you're fishing big grass mats, yeah, you probably want a longer rod, but for finesse fishing and making pinpoint casts, I like the 610. It works well for me. The reel is a Quantum Smoke. This is actually an 8:1 gear ratio reel, so it's a fast reel, allows you to really get those fish out of that cover fast, and you definitely want to be doing that and have a high-speed reel if you're fishing that thick cover. The line is 50-pound Power Pro braid. A lot of guys use 65. 50 has never failed me, and I feel like I can get better, more accurate casts with 50-pound over 65. I have used 65. I just prefer the 50. This is Power Pro spectra braid, and the frog. So today the frog of choice, always, I'd say 90% of the time, is going to be a Booyah Pad Crasher. But with these dirty, you know, the water was a little dirtier today, and again we were fishing shade pockets. So for that water clarity, those kind of conditions, and post spawn, I like a white frog. I don't throw a white frog too often, but today and for these conditions it was perfect. I think this is called albino. I do trim the legs. It's a really soft body. It's got real sharp hooks. Hookup ratio is the best on this frog that I found over any other frog I've used. And it skips real well too. That is the video, guys. Let me know if maybe you try this and it works out for you guys. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you.